welcome to the Summer 2023 Book Buzz. My name is Hannah, and I'm the latest addition to the Bookies team. I am super hyped to talk about a couple of books coming out this June, though there are many anticipated releases this summer, so make sure you keep an eye out. First things first, we have The Forbidden Territory of a Terrifying Woman by LYNCH, releasing on June 13th. For backstory, Ada, a woman from Montreal reluctantly living in Michigan, vanishes from her bed one night while her husband Danny is asleep beside her and her son Giles is in the next room. Desperate to locate Ada before Giles understands what has happened, Danny begins a search. But the feds are already involved. Across the country and around the world, mothers are vanishing from their homes. Evoking the early feminist novels of Margaret Atwood, Lynch has crafted a suburban eco-horror debut that confronts the role of motherhood and the meaning of home in the wreckage of capitalism and climate change. If you liked Biography of X by Catherine Lacey or Bad Cree by Jessica Johns, definitely check this one out. Next up, we have The Rachel Incident by Caroline O'Donoghue, coming out on June 27th. Rachel is a student working at a bookstore when she meets James, and it's love at first sight. Effervescent and insistently heterosexual, James soon invites Rachel to be his roommate, and the two begin a friendship that changes both of their lives. Together, they run riot through the streets of Cork, in Ireland, trying to maintain a bohemian existence while the threat of financial crash looms before them. When Rachel falls in love with her married professor, Dr. Fred Byrne, James helps her devise a reading at their local bookstore, with the goal that she might seduce him afterwards. But Fred has other desires. So begins a series of secrets and compromises that intertwine the fates of James, Rachel, Fred, and Fred's glamorous, well-connected bourgeois wife. This book is fun and perfect for people who liked Wendy Hurd's You Can Trust Me or Melissa Adelman's What the Neighbors Saw. That's all I have for now, so go forth and happy reading.
Hi, I'm Erica O'Rourke. I'm one of the Reader's Advisors here at Cook Library, and I'm so excited to share my summer book buzz choices with you. It was hard to narrow them down. There's a ton of fantastic books out this season, but here are two that I'm particularly looking forward to. I loved Alexis Hall's contemporary romance, Rosaline Palmer Takes the Cake, but I'm just as excited for his historical romance that's out on June 6th. The Mortal Follies feels like the perfect breezy read to start off the summer. It's the story of Malis Mitchellmore, who lives in a version of Regency England filled with magic and genteel treachery. Like any Austen heroine, Malis is looking to enter high society, find a husband, and avoid scandal, and that becomes difficult when someone curses her at a ball, causing her gown to dissolve. She recruits the scandal-plagued, exceedingly grumpy Lady Georgina Landrake to help her escape the curse, but despite their wildly different natures, they can't seem to resist each other. The book is narrated by Puck, that mischievous fairy jester from A Midsummer Night's Dream, and so it gives this book the feel of a really fun, frothy fantasy romance, what TikTok has taken to calling romantasy, with a not too high heat level and the sort of witty writing and clever banter that Hall's fans have come to expect. If you enjoyed India Holton's The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels or Bridgerton, this has that same historical feel with a really delightful dose of magic. My second title is Those We Thought We Knew by David Joy, out on August 1st. It's the story of a Black college student who comes to spend the summer in her grandmother's tiny North Carolina town. She's an artist, and she's spurred into action when she discovers a still-standing Confederate monument in the center of town. At the same time, a high-ranking KKK member appears. He's carrying a notebook filled with the names of prominent town members, but nobody knows exactly why. Over the course of the summer, these two are set on a collision course, exposing long-buried secrets and forcing the town and its residents to confront their own history. Part mystery, part social commentary, It's got an incredibly strong sense of place, and it's being pitched as a fantastic fit for fans of William Kent Kruger's Iron Lake and George Dawes Green's Kingdoms of Savannah. I think it's going to be a perfect sort of transition from summer to fall book, and I think our book clubs are really going to enjoy it.
Hi, Marianne Charles here, your Popular Services Assistant at Cook Library here in Libertyville. So I'm really excited about 2 books coming out this summer. First, out June 6th, All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby, who the Washington Post has called, and I quote, and I'm going to read this so that I get it right. He has been called, Cosby, one of the most muscular, distinctive, grab you by both your ears voices in American crime fiction. So you may be familiar with Cosby. A couple of his previous works are Blacktop Wasteland and Razorblade Tears. However, this is the story of Titus Crown, the first Black sheriff in his hometown of Sharon County, Virginia. This quiet corner of the world has only seen 2 murders in the past decades. Then, 1 year exactly after Titus's election, a school teacher is killed by a former student. That former student is then killed by Titus's deputies. The investigation turns about unearthing some terrible, terrible crimes and a serial killer who has been hiding in plain sight. This is the book for you if you're a fan of Walter Mosley, Attica Locke, or Karen Slaughter. The second book I'm really, really excited to read is Tom Lake by Ann Patchett, out on August 1st. Well, well, well. It's time to harvest the cherries on their Michigan orchard. But it's 2020. We all know what happened in 2020. So that means the Nelson family, which includes husband Joe, wife Laura, and their daughters Emily, Maisie, and Nell, must pick all the fruit themselves. So to help lighten the load and just make things a little more fun in general, the girls press their mother Laura to recount her romance with the recently deceased world-famous actor Peter Duke, who, Mom Laura, met at a summer stock company called, incidentally, Tom Lake. So as Laura recalls her past, her daughters think about their own lives and their relationship with their mother. So Tom Lake is the story of youthful love, married love, and the lives parents led before their children were born. Believe it or not, parents had lives. It explores what it means to be happy even when the world is falling apart. Patchett is a genius at exploring family dynamics with intelligence and emotional subtlety. So if you like Dutch House, also by Patchett, you'll really love this book. So those are my 2 choices for summer 2023. Good reading, everyone.
Hi, my name is Becky King, and the book I'm sharing today is Banyan Moon by Tao Tai. In Banyan Moon, we meet 3 generations of strong women in the Tran family. Beloved matriarch Min emigrated to the United States from Vietnam in the 1970s, and she's always been the buffer between her daughter Huang and granddaughter Anne, who've had a troubled relationship for many years. When Min dies, both Huang and 30-year-old Anne return to the family home in Florida to mourn her loss and to try to make sense of the fractures that ruined their relationship for so long. The story is narrated by all 3 women, and we get to know each of them intimately. We learn of the love and the heartaches that formed each of them, their longing to be the loving parents their daughters need, the family secrets that connect them all, and their struggle to understand whether total honesty between mothers and daughters is ever really possible. If you love multi-generational stories, stories told from multiple points of view, or just heartwarming stories about mothers and daughters, this is a great book for you. Banyan Moon will hit library shelves in June.
Hi, I'm Mark, a librarian here at the Cook Memorial Public Library District, and I manage the teen books at both locations. One young adult book that I'm excited about this summer is Good as Gold by CANDACE Buford, which has already received a starred review from Kirkus and is set to come out June 6th. It follows Casey, who's living a charmed life in Langston, a beautiful vacation town known for its lake life and tourism. She is popular, she runs with the right crowd, and is a prime candidate for prom queen and on track to go to an Ivy League university. That is, until her father loses his job, and with it their elite status in the community. and her college dreams. Now an outcast, Casey joins a new group of friends called the Downstreamers. When they find a clue linked to a local legendary sunken treasure, Casey and her new group of friends decide to take their future into their own hands and quest to find it. Finding the treasure could clear her family name, fulfill her dreams of the Ivy League, and save the day. But are they the only ones looking for the fortune? What if the quest uncovers something deeper and darker than expected? The past can't stay buried for long in this propulsive mystery, full of thrilling twists and turns. Good as Gold is sure to be a great summer read, perfect for fans of Netflix's The Outer Banks.
Hello, I'm Andrea Larson, Popular Services Manager at Cook Memorial, and here are my summer book picks. They say Hollywood people love movies about the film industry. Well, today I'm following along with that idea and recommending a book about a librarian. It's called The Librarianist, and it's by Patrick DeWitt, due to be released this July. It's the bittersweet tale of a retired librarian. It's 2005 in Portland, Oregon, but 71-year-old Bob Comet is stuck in the past. Intensely introverted, he's lived alone since he was a young man in the house that he inherited from his mother. He has no close friends or family. One day, he follows a lost elderly woman out of a convenience store. From her name tag, he figures out that she is from a local senior community and he returns her there. After a tour, Bob decides to volunteer, and soon he bonds with a motley group of seniors and gradually shares details of his life. We see Bob in his 20s and Bob at age 11, and we learn that he wasn't always a shy homebody. This is going to be a quiet and moving tale, and I'm looking forward to it. My next book is called Family Lore, and it's due out in August. Elizabeth Acevedo is a favorite author of mine. She's not only a novelist, but a poet. I run the Teen Lit for Grown-Ups book club at the library, and we've read 2 of her young adult books, both of which have powerful stories and really beautiful writing. This is her first adult novel, and I can't wait to read it. It's the story of a Dominican-American family told through the voices of its women as they await a gathering that will forever change their lives. Flor Marte has a gift. She can predict to the day when someone will die. Then Flor decides that she wants a living wake for herself. So her sisters wonder, has Flor foreseen her own death or someone else's? Does she have other motives? She refuses to tell. Spanning the 3 days prior to the wake, Family Lore traces the lives of each of the Marte women, weaving together past and present, Santo Domingo and New York City. This is an indelible portrait of sisters, cousins, aunts, and nieces, one family's journey through their history. I hope you enjoy.